So this is the one that needs to be changed, the front one. The other one goes straight across. If you're wondering why your 2006 to 2010 Dodge Charger might have a clink in it, it's because there's so many components. You have your inner tie rods, you have your outer tie rods, you have lower control arms, then you have your second pair of lower control arms that have their own ball joint. You have these two ball joints that go with this control arm going to the steering knuckle. This is going to the steering knuckle on this control arm too. Then you have your upper control arms. You have your ball joints, so that's left and right. Then you have your sway bar links, and these are the boots for the inner tie rod. So this is a 20-piece set, front suspension minus the center link bar, but yes, 20 pieces. And the sway bar links have their own bushings on both ends. Your upper control arms have the bushings here, and your ball joints here. These lower control arms have their ball joints. You have the ball joints here that are going to go in this lower control arm. Yes, you have two lower control arms. And then you have these tie rod ends for the inner, and these tie rod ends for the outer that have the ball joint incorporated in the outer tie rod. So there are multiple bushings with these pieces, and these go wrong, you start having a clunk somewhere. Now on my vehicle, it was these parts like I showed in my previous video, and these parts where the bushings were going bad. My vehicle originated out of New Jersey, and a lot of snow, salt, whatever kind of weather that we don't have down here in Louisiana. But after having a good look underneath, I said, well, you know what? I am going to just order this kit, this complete kit from Detroit Axle. And this is a 20-piece kit. And I would say, well, what I paid, it might not be the price when you order, but just say in and around $200. And if you were to go to your average parts store, it was going to be about $1,000 for this right here. And with Detroit Axle is giving you a 10-year warranty with this kit. This is a complete suspension kit, 20-piece, and I think I did a pretty good job finding this deal, and so can you. I'm just going to make this short. The reason why in your Charger you might have suspension clunk are the many of pieces. Look at this lower control arm. The bushings in here can go bad. The ball joint can go bad. This is the other lower control arm, or the bushing in there is bad. Bushing in here can go bad. And this is just a couple of the pieces. Of course, your tie rod end, your control arm. Everything has a bushing. Everything has a pivot point. And this vehicle came from New Jersey, all rusted out, hard to get out. It took them a little longer to fix the car than I thought. Tie rods, inner tie rod still looks sort of kind of decent, but forget it. Bought the whole kit. Let them go ahead and change everything out. Just wanted to point out to you that when this part goes bad in here, this metal will clunk against this and where this is attached to on the car. This part can go bad. This can actually just snap the ball joint. And then you have this part where the rubber inside will go bad, and then you'll have clink, clink, clink here on metal, clink, clink, clink here on metal when this goes bad. So all the pivot points, all of the rubber bushings can go bad, and that metal will clink on top of clink on top of clink. You'll hear it. You'll think your shocks are bad. Sometimes your vehicle might run smooth. My car would run smooth until I hit a bump, and then ka-clunk. I would hear it. The car never sagged or sat down in any kind of way or squatted. So I was like, my shocks are good. But it's just these multiple of pieces and parts that were bad.